Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy and excited to make this event with you tonight because it's been 2 years I'm thinking about that format. First, I would like to thank Agicap. I'm a little bit schizophrenic right now because I'm work for Agicap. But for the sponsorship and big thanks, a shout out to Sophie. That was thank you, Sophie, for making this possible. A round of applause for Sophie, please. Thank you for Luca Bertola also, Sophie Aguilar, Luca Bertola, our CTO that allows us to make that. Also, thank you, Luca. Nicolas Azot and also Pierre Perrin, I think, helped us a lot to set up that event. So we will explain this new format in a couple of minutes, but since there are maybe new joiners to Domain-Driven Design France meetup, maybe you can sum up in 2 minutes what DDD is about. If I need to sum up that to a new joiner, I would say it's basically 3 things. First is to focus on the domain and be curious and sturdy about the domain you want to solve problem for. So it seems obvious, but it's really to be sturdy and to be curious about that, and we will hopefully we will see that after. The second point is to understand that language really matters, and language is key to understand a domain. So finding the proper words, but it's essentially a matter of understanding the domain and the specialist, end users and domain expert language. And in domain-driven design, we call that ubiquitous language. It's the fact of taking that language and put it everywhere within our code, within our database, within our domain discussions. We don't want to be fancy and to invent new terms. We try to embrace as much as possible the language of the domain. So first, be curious and study about the domain. Second is to understand that language is everything, and you should think a lot and talk a lot about that. And third, it's to understand that there is no such thing as a unique domain language. It does not exist. There are many perspectives, and even within the same domain, there are many perspectives. We call them contexts. And actually, we call them bounded context because we like to understand that it's interesting to identify when we need to split and different things. For instance, customer, depending on the audience you are talking with, may be completely busy. It's an obvious example. Sorry for that. Customer is always the same example. So for the marketing people, a customer, what really matters is maybe the edge of the customer, maybe the center of interest. What should else be? Yes, a bit of payment, etc. For the marketing, okay. For the shipping teams and the delivery and shipping, what really matters is the address of the customer, the floor, the stairs, the time slot where the customer will be on site to receive his packet. No, not packet. How do you say in English? Package. Yeah, thank you. So if you put within the same basket different things, you will end up with mismatch, misunderstanding, depending on the people you're talking with, or you are building software for. So to sum up, be curious and study about your domain. Second, language is everything. And third, language has to be contextualized, and you need to define boundaries so that a definition of a concept, the modelization of the concept, is fine with everyone agreeing with that within that boundaries. I don't know what. Okay, so this is basically the thing. And context map, because we will see context maps. Context maps help us to sketch and to draw these boundaries and to identify and to spot these contexts, these different perspectives. And if we don't do that as developers, we will suffer a lot, usually. So today, Show Me Your Domain will be basically people that will talk about a domain with a context map behind them. Okay? So at the menu, first we will start with Maggie Ribeiro and Jeremy Grodzinski that will talk about tires, Michelin, and B2B
That's right.
consumer. Okay. Then we will have Julien Topsus that will talk about train booking, the domain. And last but not least, we will talk with Caroline about the cash flow management system that we are dealing with here at AGCAP. Okay? I hope you will enjoy this evening, and let's have some questions and maybe continue to chat after with the cocktail. There will be nice things to drink and to eat. Okay. I'll let you the stage. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Thomas.